Okay, this is a basic drawing using Google SketchUp to draw the Kick server. First, you start the SketchUp 2014 software. Right, if you can't find it on the desktop, go to All Programs, scroll down. It should be there in the SketchUp 2014 and start it. And once you start it, the startup page, you have to choose the template. Which template do you choose? You just need to scroll down to woodworking millimeters. Please do not select the inches one. The unit will be wrong. So once you have selected woodworking millimeters, you may begin. My current setup have actually included all the toolbars required. For most new user, what you will see is only the getting started without all this. What you can do, you go to View, Toolbar, click on Large Tool Set, click on Style to select the different style, click on Views to select the different views and also shadows for later use, and close it, the toolbars. Right, for the Kick server, right, what we're going to do, we're going to make use of all the basic simple tools such as pencil and rectangle, push pull to draw it. First thing, we're going to draw the side view of the Kick server, the Kick server blade itself. How big is it? You click on rectangle tool, go to the origin, pull out 180. You look at it, the dimension is on the right hand side, and I type 180, right, it appears, and then use a comma to separate the length and the width. 50. Sorry, it should be 15. Right, the height of the Kick server is 15. So using this, I'm going to use the tape measure to create guidelines for us to use. Pulling along, it should be 60 for the handle, another 40 for the band, and 40 for the band, and the last one will be 80. Okay, then what we do, use the pencil tool, joining the intersect of the guidelines to the other end, and erase all the existing line away, and I have the basic side of the Kick server. Then I use the move tool, select all the lines again, use the move tool, then press the control key. Pressing the control key to activate the copy function. Once I press, you realize that there's a small little plus at the 4 arrow there. Then select one of the end point, click on it. You realize I actually copy it, and I move along the green axis 3 mm from the side. Why 3 mm? Because the acrylic is 3 mm thick. Then I use the pencil tool to join the two ends together. I can zoom in using the roller. Alright. Then I zoom extend to make sure everything comes into view, and I join the other end, and you realize that it has formed into a shape. Okay, then I use the push and pull function to pull it up by 50. Okay, this is the basic shape of the blade. Now we know that at the handle part, this part is one part that whereby we actually cut it down to 30 thickness. So what we can do is, by measuring from the edge, I pull down, so you measure 10 mm from the side, and 10 mm from the side. Then similarly, I use the push and pull tool. Right, this time before I do that, I zoom in, I join this point, and I join this point, so that when we push and pull, we only push and pull the part that we want downwards. Similarly for the other side. sorry, I need to draw the line, pencil line again. Then push and pull again. Right, we got the basic shape. Now, to make it slope at a angle, what we can do is we can use the move function again, but we'll have to move the whole line. You see, when I select move close enough, the line become blue color. I'm going to move this line down all the way to here. So by selecting the center point and the line is being blue, I pull down to the center midpoint, release. You see? Then similarly for this part, and then I got the blade. Okay, now it's lying on the side, so what we can do, I'm going to make into a component, select everything, make component, okay, server, blade. Okay, I can rotate it, but prior to rotating, I make sure I have the correct shape again. I can use the move function again. Go to the corner, you see the red dot down there, rotate it. There, like that. Okay, it's now upright side up. It's in the correct shape. Okay, now I'm going to create the other two small pieces for the handle. Right, rectangular shape. How big is it? 60 by 30. Then I push and pull it up by 3 mm. Select everything and make into a component. And this is the handle. And we create. Then I move this particular part to the corner here. You know that this point, this location and this location will meet. And use the move function again. Copy it down. And there I have it. The whole cake server completed. Okay. And to create isometric view, I use the parallel projection. I got the isometric view for the object. Of course, prior to that, I have to change the window style to hidden lines, so the background is white, and I will have to delete away all the guidelines so that it looks nicer. And the view, I will also remove the axis so that I have my cake server blade nicely presented to people. Okay, that's all. That's for the drawing of the cake server. Now I'll save it as cake server. Cake server. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the whole thing, make into a component. Right. Okay. Server. Okay. Then I'm going to create the exploded view just by copying it again. Same thing, press Ctrl to activate the control copy function. Go along the red axis, then I shift it up along the green axis. Right, shifting the drawing out of view first. Right, then I'm going to explode it. After exploding the different component, I will use the move function to move it up for the top handle, and I move it down for the bottom handle. I will have the exploded view. To label it, I use the text And there I have it, the exploded view for the Kick server. Right, now zoom extend again. I'm going to copy this Kick server again to create the orthographic projection. Same thing, copy, and I'm going to bring up to the top. I'm going to go to the front view. I'm going to zoom to the top piece, and using the move function again, I'm going to copy it down to the bottom, and then copy again to the right hand side for the side. For the right hand one, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. For the bottom one, also same thing, rotate by 180 degrees. Going back to the front view again, you realize that we actually have the orthographic projection drawing done. Now to add in the dimension, I explode the whole thing again. Explode. Okay, all of them are individual component now. Very simple. I use the dimension tool. Draw out the dimension. Use the dimension tool. Mark out the key dimensions. If you need to, zoom in. And of course the dimension is a bit difficult to read, so what we do is we put it on the outside or the inside end of the drawing. We need to shift it out a bit. Zoom in again. Because this one I can do at the start. Okay, and this one, for the height I can use this. Okay, and because this is a different size altogether, I might want to make use of this to indicate the length. Okay, basically I have all the key dimensions indicated in the drawing already. Right, so this is the first angle projection for the Kick server. Now to make it easier for us to view, we could actually add scene to it, and we just create the scene. And for the scene, we can actually rename the scene name by calling it orthographic projection. Okay, select, copy it down again. Right, you will rename correctly down here. Then we zoom out, go to isometric view. Okay, then we can add in the scene again. Okay, scene 2 will be isometric drawing. So copy, paste again, and update it. Okay, then I also go to the exploded view. Right, I will add in the scene again, add, okay, exploded view, and same thing, exploded view. Okay, so using this function I can actually go to the drawing within the drawing itself quickly for the different view. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm going to explode the drawing again. So what I do is I use the export to 2D function. Right, under the project itself, Kick server, exploded sample, exploded view, okay. And I go to the isometric, export 2D graphic, isometric, and orthographic projection. Orthographic projection. Okay, with that, save the file again and close the file. Go into the folder, Qlikserver. I know I have quite a number of files here, but I know that these are the files I created. So I'm going to edit it a bit, open with Paint. To remove all the unnecessary items, select everything first, shift it closer to the corner, and go to the corner here, I pull over, and save. Orthographic projection. Similarly, open with Paint for the Qlikserver. You know that this part is what we don't want. Corner, and select everything, shift it further up a bit, and do the necessary adjustment, and save. Then the Qlikserver exploded view. Okay, then shift to the corner. And save. Now we have to create a Microsoft Word document to put all the images together. Go to Program, Office, Word. And we go to the drawing itself, select all 3 drawings. And just pull it in. Do the necessary adjustment to make it smaller so that you can fit in all the drawings in one page. If you need to, you can make the drawing a bit bigger, smaller. Okay, and you may adjust the drawing location. Okay, this is so I'm going to identify Qlikserver presentation. Okay, I'm going to bold it and also create a material list for this. This means do it by inserting a table. Okay, the first one is called parts, material, length, width, thickness, quantity, color. And first part is the server blade, and the material is acrylic, length is 190 for the blade by 50 by 3. This one is 60 by 30 by 3. Quantity, this one is 1 for the blade, 2 for the handle. Color, clear for the blade, red for the handle. So basically we have created the whole working drawing. Sorry, this is a working drawing for the Qlikserver. Now to create a colored version of the blade, it's very simple. Same thing, we go back to the Qlikserver again. Once you have used the same computer, you realize that the template is selected for you. You just go to Start go and choose the correct one. So choose isometric drawing. Now we realize that this is without color. What we can do is you can actually copy the whole thing again. Right. Move it down to along the blue axis. Right, then we zoom into this one. Okay. Then we want to change the color. Right. By selecting on the view type. Of course, if you want hidden details, you can have the hidden details, but no, we are not having hidden details. Okay, so we are going to color. What we can do is we use the paint bucket to add in the colors. Right, and add in the red color for the top part. Nope. Right, we only want the handle only, right? So what we can do, we can edit the component, go inside, choose the red color, and then for the plate itself, we can go to translucent color. We choose a translucent grass, select it, and close component, or we can use the light blue color, and we close the component. We have actually created the blade in color. Okay, so then file. Alright, before that we actually have to create a scene again. Add a scene, create, rename the scene again as presentation drawing. Okay, then copy, paste in the description, she's updated. Then we export it as 2D graphics again, same method as we have done previously. Click server, presentation. Okay, and save the file. Okay, with this it's going to take a while to save because of the color. Okay, now then we save, then exit. Now going back to the folder again, we will edit with paint again. We know we want to minimize the thing again so that everything is there. Okay, so you just save and put in the drawing into the Word document again. We may want to adjust the size of the paper so that you can fit in everything. And if you want to, you may just put in a description, but layout put it in square. So simple. Okay, server. Okay, so we use most people. It is cheap and easy to clean. Right, and just save the file and click server. Presentation board. Okay, and that will be all for the Kick Server project. That's all for the video.